Beijing has hit back at the United States for imposing sanctions on Chinese firms that produce painkillers. Washington's move is an attempt to address an addiction epidemic that killed a record 100,000 Americans last year. But China has called this an erroneous act, saying it has already taken measures to control production. Olivia Seong with more.
More trouble in the China-US relationship as 4 Chinese painkiller makers and an individual was slapped with sanctions by Washington. The individual, Chuanfat Yip, described as one of the largest, if not the largest, producer of anabolic steroids in the world. This comes as the Biden administration raised concerns over addiction in America, with cheaper pills increasingly bought online from abroad. US officials adding that a lot of precursors to synthetic opioids originate in China. So the latest executive order signed by the American president aims to help disrupt global supply chains and the financial networks that enable these drugs to reach the US. But on Thursday, China's foreign ministry voiced its strong opposition, saying that the Chinese government has always upheld a zero-tolerance policy towards drug problems, insisting that China has taken measures to control the production of fentanyl and materials used to make the drug. In 2019, Beijing moved to place a ban on fentanyl amid pressure from Washington, although a U.S. report last year said Chinese makers had instead moved to sell the materials that make up the synthetic drug, which are not banned. But China's foreign ministry instead has accused the U.S. of not taking permanent action to address the issue, saying its latest move was not constructive and the wrong approach, describing it as forcing others to take medicine while they are the ones that are sick. China has instead called for the U.S. to appraise its efforts fairly rather than pass the blame to other countries. Now, this comes amid ongoing friction between China and the U.S. over a range of issues, from trade to human rights and a diplomatic boycott over the upcoming Winter Olympics. This even as leaders of both countries met for the first time virtually about a month ago in an attempt to dial down tensions. Olivia Seong, CNA, Beijing.